Oh, well, all discombobulated. Man. Wholeness family, infinite waters flowing through you on point next to Tarot on Dex. And I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the street. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, please leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started because you know we dominate these time constraints. I'm going to try to see if I can slip this right there. That's where it goes. And let's go. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Damn, this energy keeps coming up. What is the most important message for my divine collective? It feels like, I know Friday we weren't, I didn't do a live, then I took the weekend, so sorry, but this was like, it feels like this was like one of the last energies that I came out of last week when I was reading. So side hustle, somebody's on their grind. Somebody could be adding more to their plate, but also this, right? So it feels like somebody's side hustle, and if it's coming to a halt, that's what this feels like. And it's coming out in this reading, right? A side hustle being brought to a halt. It's letting me know that somebody who thought they was getting away with getting over on you is getting caught up. Give me some more energy on this side hustle and police station coming out on this good Monday, mid brunch time getting readings. I'm telling you, somebody, they checking to see if they magic work. I hate a weak ass witch or whack ass warlock who gotta constantly suck up behind whoever they did magic on to see if the fuck they magic work. You know that shit ain't work. If you constantly chasing behind somebody to see if your magic work, you know that magic ain't work. Somebody's shit is being brought to an end. Somebody's, like, their hustle had something to do with messing over people. And that shit is being brought to an end. And they are, like, in your energy. They are, like, bro, knee deep in your energy, chest deep in your energy to see if any of their last-ditch efforts are working on you. There's something about somebody who rides a bike. And there's something about somebody who rides a bike trying to paint pictures. Painting pictures in a broken glass. Right? Paint certain pictures. Paint things out to be a certain way, right? They're trying to have an effect on the truth, reality, their reality versus the truth. This is being halted. This is being brought to an end. Love messages. Now I have somebody on my board who magic ain't working, and they hustle is being brought to an end. There's somebody else painting pictures, or this is the same person who's painting pictures to a divine one, trying to get in your mind, trying to gain access to your mind, because apparently getting access to you will bring a lot of this hustle back. Getting readings. It's somebody that's getting readings on you. And this person who's getting readings want control. They want control because they hustled and came to an end. They hustle came to an end because you blocked them, and they want to paint a certain picture, a certain narrative around your name. Give me some more energy. God damn. I took one day off. It wasn't even that long. Give me some more energy. Psycho. Somebody who rides a bike is specifically, or a bike. I got the bike holiday. Or a bike is showing up specifically. But somebody who was making money from fucking over you, bro. It was a side hustle, but they was making money, but this side hustle being brought to an end. Getting readings come out twice with Jezebel. This person was trying to control you. They may have been trying to use magic to control you, but their energy has been blocked. It's like the picture that they was painting, the way that they were trying to, I'm hearing romanticize life, right? Or get you to romanticize life is no longer working. A message that's been coming through, and I've been trying to figure out how to channel it, like, into a collective message. It has something to do with, like, you being in your own world. And see, people who cannot create, who don't have the strength in their imagination to visualize and create their own world, will consider you aloof when you have this imaginative power. And these types of people will try to take advantage of you when they think you're not watching. I feel like somebody thought they was getting away or getting over on what they was doing when they felt like you wasn't watching. And I also feel like you were very conscious of what was going on. And now that you've taken control and blocked something, it's affecting their hustle. At the end of the day, true colors are being shown. Somebody was capitalizing. Side hustle. What is this side hustle, Spirit? What is this side hustle? Thank you. Damn. 10 of Pentacles. It could have been a family member. It could have been a family member, and a family member keeping you in a certain precarious position. It could have also been a group like a family, like a group of people who was working together, and like keeping you in a stupor. That's what this feels like. With psycho, police station, love messages blocked, and romance, it's like trying to keep you in a stupor, at least thinking that you're not paying attention. You could be neurospicy. You could be, it's just a type of energy where what matters to other people in the world does not necessarily matter to you. Somebody was trying to take advantage of that. 5 of Wands energy is in reverse, like, you're the type of person who you don't fight with your aggression, or you don't fight with your words. There'll be certain actions, right? There'll be signs. You don't fight like that. Like you really, really pay attention. You patient. You thorough. So when you make your move, it's swift and it's sharp. So you don't fight like people expect you to fight. So when you're not hitting back is what I want to say. They think you're not doing nothing, or they think you unaware. Meanwhile, you just letting the motherfuckers show their neck long enough for you to chop that bitch off. Is this type of energy? 5 of Wands energy. Somebody thought that you wasn't paying attention. Is somebody closely connected to you, family? Maybe they live in your house or something like that. They thought that you wasn't paying attention. Knight of Pentacles energy is out here like you in your own world, you being aloof. There's been some type of blockage created. Star card energy is out here with the 8 of Swords, 8 angel number. I don't know. These people could have been like, oh, you so into yourself. Like you're so self-centered. You always getting your hair done. You always getting your nail done. Maybe you always buying yourself something new. They felt like you wasn't paying attention. They felt like, oh, you're not paying attention. I could get away with this. The Wheel of Fortune over here. But they said something. 10 angel number. I feel like this person said something. 8 of Swords, 5 of Wands, or they didn't say something that you would think that somebody really cared about you would say. Do you understand what I'm saying? They sat up there and they watched somebody mess over you, or they could have warned you about something that they didn't warn you about something, and that was all you needed to know. 5 of Cups energies out here with the 5 of Wands, 5 angel number, 10 angel number. When that happened, you start to really pay attention. 6 of Cups energies out here with the Ace of Swords, right? 6 of Cups in reverse. Wait a minute. This person, the grace, thank you. The grace that you have been given somebody was taken for granted, and there's no more freebies. That's what's on this book with King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You was giving somebody grace. You was like, they don't mean it. They don't mean it like that. You know, and constantly like watching them to see if they will grow and learn, right? Like you thought you was going to be somebody's first good person. Say, I'll show them what a real friend looks like. I'll show them what a good person looks like. I'll show them what a divine partnership looks like. Then people say, I'm about to smash through this shit. And that's what happened. And then when you recognize they wasn't appreciating.
Hi there.
When you realize that they were not appreciating the grace that you were showing, cutoff game got strong. I always tell you, your cutoff game is strong, it's just not swift. And this person thought because your cutoff game wasn't swift that you were stupid. That's what's on this board. But now you can see that true colors. True colors are shining through. And this person is getting readings to see if what they like. They think you playing hard to get right now. These people think you playing hard to get. They doing readings to see if they still got some type of mind control over you. To see if they can still coerce you into doing things. Police station. See if they can still get you angry. They want to know if they can still get you angry enough to care so they can get a certain reaction out of you. And if they can get that reaction out of you, well, then they can really affect everything that you're doing. They money been fucked up. So they want your money fucked up. You know what I mean? Their hustle has been affected by your conscious awakening. And so they want you back to sleep. That's what I'm tapped into. Your grace is not being appreciated by this person. When you feel like, oh, I'm showing them grace, they feel like they getting over. When you feel like, oh, I'm showing this person grace, I'm being good to them, they feel like, oh, I'm getting over on this bitch. She's stupid. He's stupid. He don't know. He too dumb to know. He not paying attention. The only thing they care about is getting. Then they think you're a beautiful person, or you really take care of yourself. All you think about is getting your hair done. All you think about is getting your nails done. All you think about is going shopping. All you think about is maybe, some luxurious element of your home or whatever it is like that. They feel like because you kind of focus on self-care, you very self-centered, they feel like, oh yeah, they can do shit behind your back. Oh, hell no. The last person you want to do something behind somebody's back is somebody that's very self-centered. Because it's not that they don't know what you're doing. They just trying to see, do you really mean it? Like, are you dumb enough that you just having, like, not dumb, right? That's not the right way to say it. God forgive me. But, like, have you never had nobody show you? That's how these, the divine ones are like, have you never had nobody show you real love? Because I'll show you real love. You ain't got to act like that. Right? Like, you ain't got to act like that, right? But no, these people know what real love look like. They just feel like you too, unintelligent to be able to recognize and realize that they fucking over you. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. It's a lot of energy about love, girl. What the hell? I was only gone for one day. That's all. I wasn't even gone that long. I didn't go nowhere. I was right back. Y'all like the children of Israel. Shit, I just went up to the mountain and talked to God right quick. I come back down, y'all got a fucking golden calf. What the fuck? All this fucking work we've been doing. One day. That's why I say consistency is key. You bitch don't miss no days. See? Your fault. You can't do that. What the fuck made you think that was something you could do? You can't do that. Heart chakra energy is out here. I'm telling you, man. 3-4. There's a sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. My voice died. There's a lot about you coming to your senses. Does that make sense? Where my damn thing? I be cleaning my glasses out with. This energy feels like I gotta clean my glasses out so I can see better, baby. This message feels a lot about you coming to your senses. It does feel like you've been dealing with a lot of separation, heartache, and people wanting to control you. People misinterpreting you, like taking your kindness as a weakness, taking your poise, your posture, I want to say well-bred. Like you might be a preacher's kid or something like that. You might be a preacher's kid. So you're going to act different than the average kid because you had that, like, don't play with me kind of energy growing up, right? I think people take that for granted. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're coming to your senses. You're awakening to the idea that like the amount of self-respect that you have is some people, when you show that type of respect to them, because when you have self-respect, it don't matter who you come across, that's how you are, right? People with no self-respect, they'll see that treatment that you give them, that's a demonstration of self-respect, and they'll feel like, oh, I got him, I got one, right? A lick, right? It's this type of energy. So I feel like you're awakening to the idea that type of demeanor can be unappreciated in the wrong environment, right? It's some type of people that'll see you have a type of self-respect and that you give that to other people, and they'll feel like, okay, lick, I'm gonna mess over this person. And you're coming to your senses in that you walking away from those types of connections, awakening to those types of connections, whether they be people who show you attention but don't really admire and care for you, or people who feel like, oh, I got me one. You're ending that. Like the rose-colored glasses are coming off, and guard your heart, because out of it springs the issues of life. And then this thing that you've been wanting, this relationship, this community feels like the right word. These connections, it doesn't feel like one connection, but it feels like connections across the board are evolving. So alliances, right? Which is a word that I don't feel like partnerships, maybe connections or community, tribe. But this card says alliances. That I really feel like you're really better at choosing. God damn, I can't breathe. Let me say it. They don't even want me to breathe. Shut up. You got pictures in the astro. Don't want you to know this. It's like, I choose you. Remember Nelson? Ain't that what his name? His name was Nelson. The little dude on The Simpsons. He was I think it was Professor Quigley's son. He said, "I choose Ralph." His name was Ralph. He said, "I choose you. You choosing different." That's what this is. You choosing from a place of heart consciousness, right? So there's no more of you trying to say, "Come up to my level," like because it feels like that, right? Like there's no more of you having so much grace for a person that's not willing to do the work. Not that you will lose the amount of respect that you have for yourself, so it's gonna always show up like that in the world. But you're really not putting yourself in certain environments where these motherfuckers who see somebody who got a level of respect and a level of poise and feels like that's something to attack. You're not finna go over there. I don't know why. I never knew why you was over there messing with the people. I was always asking you that, and you finna stop going over there messing with the people. I just told you that. Patience. I do. I get it. I get it. 4-4 angel, 414 angel number. I get it. This card says patience. It's the idea that maybe they've never been loved before. You know what I mean? Maybe they've never been exposed to a certain level of respect before or care before, right? And I get it, right? You want to be the first person to show this person love, care, and respect. And then it's a hyena. Bite your ass, right? Like, you gotta think, what the fuck make you decide in your mind that you want to be the first person to show this wild animal some love? You be seeing them videos of people from the Caucasus Mountains, and they want to play with wild animals. They stick their head out to the bear, and they be like, "Smell my hand," like it's a dog. Like it's a dog or something. Smell my hand. It's like, oh shit. But that was you though. We laughing, but that was you with people. You know what I mean? With people who just grew up on survival and some shit like that, right? You moving on from that. Financial and material changes. Ooh. 345 angel number. 55 angel number. Ooh, you got dough and you changed. It's not true, but it is true. When you broke, like the rest of the people around you broke, in spirit, don't gotta be money, right? Then you ain't no threat. You not no lick. You're not a target. I'm not trying to siphon your broke ass energy. It was the fuck. You can keep that. But when you start to your material, your you know, your vision starts to change, right? Because if you think about going from being in a broken mentality or broken emotionally to actually having abundance, then it's like your vision changes, right? You start to you start to understand the secret, and you start to change the way you think, right? So now you started to change the way you think, and people started to see you as somewhere that they can go and at least siphon energy from. Whereas before you had nothing that nobody wanted, and now these motherfuckers want to get it. 5-5 angel number that's on this board. 4-3 angel number. 7-5 angel number. Rest and rejuvenation. And so I really feel like this is a message about you choosing wisely and holding back. And I don't know, because this card say rest and rejuvenation, right? But I feel like on a practical plane, you might say I'm holding back from something. That's not necessarily what's happening. What you're doing is you're waiting for a better option. You're choosing wisely. So where you would be in certain environments or in certain connections and communities, you'd rather be by yourself, listening for the voice of God, waiting for the true partnership and alliance to come through. This is what I'm tapped into. You got dough and you changed. Blossoming abundance. It's just that you understand the secret. When you started to change your thoughts and attract more abundance towards you, that it made you to an environment that you were once camouflaged in. You started to stand out. Like people may have one time ignored you and didn't think much of you, but then they started to see you as a lick. You know, maybe you felt like they'll see me as a friend. Maybe they'll see me as a hero even. Shit, they started to see your ass as a lick. The thinking woman. They said, man, how can we get that away from them? This is what I'm tapped into. There's a lot of 3, 4, and 7. So 4 and 7 is about sweeping around your own front door, taking care of your own personal business. It's like this message has to do with the divine one saying, I trust God to heal you in the ways that you need to be healed. When you was putting yourself on the line for people and trying to heal them, I love you for that. I feel like you're now like God healed you, right? Like you went through a series of events, sometimes unfortunate, but it led to your awakening, which led to your healing, right? And it wasn't your mom or your daddy or sister or your brother. It was God and these experiences that even though if you probably had a choice, you would have avoided those experiences. They led to your awakening, right? Well, don't you trust God to do that for somebody else walking away? For a long time, it was hard for you to walk away and even had made it your responsibility. But now I really feel like you're further understanding like God God got involved and the way God will come into a person's life when they are ready and awaken them to certain things. And if God hasn't come into that person's life and awakened them to certain things, then who the fuck are you? This is what I'm tapped into. You say, how the fuck you gonna wait? What you gonna do for them they mama ain't did for them? What you gonna do for them they daddy ain't did for them? What you gonna do for them that God ain't done for them? And you starting to see that now. Fulfillment of wishes. If you wish, if was a fifth wheel, I'll be drunk. Huh? Wishes, right? Like I wish that you were here with me. I wish that you can participate in this abundance with me. I wish, we don't go off of hope creed. We wish a motherfucker would, right? Is this type of energy, sacral chakra. The best thing that you can do for the people that you love and that you care about and that are not moving in a certain particular direction that you want to see them move in, the best thing you can do is be a demonstration. The best thing you can do is be a demonstration and a divine expression so that they can look and be inspired, but you can't make them. And it does not serve you to slow yourself down, to slow your healing down, to serve them. That's what this feels like. I feel like the divine ones are awakening to that. And in that kind of, I get it now. You choosing better friends, so to say. You're making better acquaintances. You're not no fucking Bob the Builder, Barbara the Builder no more. You're not looking at a broke down bucket and saying, I can fix this car up and make it work. You're saying, what will it require? What will it take for me to get a vehicle, a ship, a friendship, a relationship, whatever kind of ship, and it actually take me places? Because you've been dealing with a lot of lemons. Huh? You've been dealing with a lot of lemons in life. Friendships, relationships, don't gotta be romantic is what I'm saying. And they was lemons. A car's supposed to take you somewhere. You supposed to be able to get in that bitch, crank that bitch up and go when you need to go. Right? When you buy a car and it don't take you nowhere, they call that a lemon. Then you bought a lemon. You've been buying lemon after lemon after lemon after lemon, and you finally putting some sugar with it and making some lemonade. That's what I see. And the best thing you can do for the people who you care about, because y'all love, and I love that because love is rare. Real love. The best thing you can do is be a demonstration. You can say, bro, if I could do it, you can do it. For these people who broken in spirit, broken in heart, broken in mind, it ain't necessarily got nothing to do with their finances, because when you get your mind right, everything follow, right? So really they broken in mind. When the best thing you can do is be an inspiration. You could be what it looked like when you say, shit, I got my mind right. And friend, if you want to come over here on this side of things, I'll be welcome for you to come over here. All you got to do is get your mind right. But you can't make them get their mind right. The only thing you can do is be a demonstration of what it looked like when they do. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. So now, every ship you getting on, taking you places. And I get it, because there's no you going from a place to where you thought that you had these personal vehicles, right? And you learning more about public transportation, right? So some of the things that you might be connected with might be in a virtual thing. Like instead of it being your own personal car, it's a lemon, right? Your car was a lemon, so you had to catch the bus. Or maybe you got to catch Uber, right? So there are these larger groups of people where you're connecting at first. But because you know how to choose now, right? I don't think that it'll be long before you'll be in a ship that can actually take you places, Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's see what comes out of this deck. I appreciate you tapping in, tuning in, and turning up with TarotOnDex. Thank you for your time, energy, love, and support. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome some of the pitfalls that I've landed in. Oh, it's not the same size. If I'm saying something that helps y'all, double tap that screen, share the live so we can share this love. Eben's mystery, reading between the lines, and intuition. This deck has something to do with girl, what is this deck about? It's the Mystic Martian. So these are cards that could indicate entities that are reaching out to you. Or these could be like a part of your star family, a part of your soul team, because of spirit guides, this type of energy. So Ebens, your intuition, reading between the lines, and you could be getting messages from books. Also like water, because this thing almost looks aquatic in nature. mantis beings, enigma, elusive, and sensitive. I really feel like this has something to do with your how sensitive you are, like you being more spiritually sensitive and tapping into different things. They're talking about water, is what they're talking about, and they're talking about the depth of water, and they're talking about how you're getting messages in this depth. So you might be reading books or you're sensing things, right? So like we live in ether, right? Like the atmosphere around us is an etheric atmosphere, and that ether is alive, and some of us can feel the ether. If you've ever heard of Native American tribes putting their ear to the ground, and then you heard like folklore or tales about them being able to hear people coming from miles, hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, just by putting their ear to the ground. Well, especially Native American indigenous people were connected to nature. They were connected to the ethers very well, and this is kind of like it's this type of energy that I'm tapped into. Like you can feel shit. Either you getting messages from books, maybe music, maybe movies, but likely books or crafts. So like doing things like that aren't connected to electricity, because that's what I'm trying to get to. Because they showing me a currency, but it feels like a water and it's a depth and it's more like the ethers, because you might get a gut feeling. You might not even know why you sensing a sensation, but you feel a sensation, and it's just we wasn't taught. Like they used to be taught about those things, but you might not even know why you getting a sensation around something when you go a certain place. Every time you hold a certain item, but you get this sensation, and it's because you tapped into the ethers. The word is spelled Aether. Tall whites, uncertainty, distrust, and guarded. Right? But because you can tap into this ether, right, it gives you a very almost like they're showing me goth people, right, and how they're kind of like distrusting, or even like how vampire, like on Bella and Edward, how he could feel people's energies, so he was kind of shy, or it seemed like he was shy and to himself. Y'all do this all the time. What?
I didn't even do anything.
I don't want to play a two-player game with me.
I didn't even do anything.
The only reason you want to tell me a two-player, I am playing a game right now. Why you can't just wait? You usually play that game like 100,000 times already. Bro. Let me go back to my... Oh my God.
All right. The Nagas. Lovers, erotic, and sensuality. Yeah, there's messages that's coming to you from through the ether. That's what the fuck it is. I don't know a pretty way to say it. Through the air? Hell, that's what it is. You getting messages through the air. You can have a connection with somebody. One of the things that I don't think we get taught enough is that when you have intercourse with somebody, especially if you have intercourse unprotected, then you get a connection to them. An etheric cord becomes attached. That's marriage. That's marriage in the spiritual realm. You don't have to go in front of a preacher with a Bible and put your hand on the Bible or light a candle, jump over the broom. No, once you let them penetrate that sacred vortex, then you are now married in a spiritual sense. And so you can now connect to this person through the ether, whether you know it or not. All right. And so it's a sensation that's coming over you. And I really feel like whatever sensation that's coming over you is one that's telling you need to protect yourself. Now, sometimes we're not often conscious of the idea that these connections exist, but it's meant to protect you for something. And so, like, sometimes you lay around there and you've been and had intercourse with somebody and you get to know what they're into. Like, and you say, where's, it'll feel like a desire. It's like, where is this desire coming from? I never was this angry before, or I never had these desires before, but they feel like negative ones. Like I never wanted to drink before, or I never had a desire for a same-sex relationship before. It be shit like that, bitch. It be shit like that. It be shit like all of a sudden you like, well, when did I started watching this? Or what the fuck? You done lay around there and connected to somebody etherically. Now you got this ethereal connection and you could feel what they feel, desire what they desire. Now you want some shit you never wanted in your life. You got to be aware. That's what this feels like. Venetia, I'm telling you, bitch, your spirit team trying to tell you. Venusians, romance, soulmate, empathy in reverse with Nagas. This ain't it feels similar. You know, it feels similar, but it's an intense etheric connection, and then all of a sudden your cravings you start craving different. It could be as something as simple as you never like sweet and cookie like doughy cakes and shit. You always like crunchy chips and corn nuts and shit. Now all of a sudden you want cookies and cake and butter and all kind of shit. You never had a desire for that shit before, bro. That shit is an etheric connection, and a lot of times if it doesn't make you feel like the love of my life, right? Or if you feel like, man, I really feel an intense connection with this person, but at the same time you feel like I'm nervous though. There's something I'm wary of, you know what I'm saying? It's that etheric connection that's telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about that person, even what they can't hide. Alpha Draconians, bitch. Bitch, I just work here. Now I'm telling you now, you getting a motherfucking sensation. You know how animals have an instinct? Animals have an instinct, Antelope just take off running. I don't even know what the fuck. Shit, something was over there. But yo, etheric instincts is tapping up and it's telling you to go in a certain direction. Golden ratio. A lot about feminine energy, and I don't know if you remember in the beginning I said something about water. Get in the water. It's something about something you deep. The connection is deeper than normal, or it's connected to your sacral chakra, and it be right up in this area right here, and you can feel something. It feels like an actual feeling, like butterflies in your stomach, butterflies in the sky. But that's not what it is, bitch. You supposed to feel peace when you're around your divine life partner, not no fucking nervousness. This is what I'm tapping into, and it's heavy on somebody that you let through your portal. Look at that Vesica Pisces. Remember we was talking about once you make those type of etheric connections, baby, it's somebody that you done let through that motherfucking portal, a portal of some sort, and that connection is letting you know, it's telling you, it's extrasensory perception. It's the way that we thousands of years ago, we could know when somebody was coming into our village from thousands of miles away. We knew because we had connection to the ethers, and that's what this motherfucking message is about. Anunnaki. Ancient ancestral DNA being activated in you, and you know how you don't know why you don't like certain people, but you know you don't like that person, and it's certain ancient ancestral DNA that's being awakened and that's warning you at this time. It's warning you at this time, so be aware. I gotta practice more with that deck. Because I just want to talk. Like it is talking, but I just don't speak the language. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk to myself. Do it like it's your B-day. 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 Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift I always hope I'm saying something that helps y'all. Do it like it's your B-day. Yeah, I like that deck too. I gotta learn it. I gotta spend more time with it so I can speak more fluently the language that is used. That's your song for the day. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day. That's the only part I know. I gotta learn the rest of the words. I move the camera so when I bang on the deck, you don't shrink. Is that better? Do you appreciate that? I move the camera. You're not all shaky anymore. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. It's like somebody like, I ain't even noticed that. Shut up, read the cards. Somebody said I did notice I was a little bit farther back. Somebody said I noticed. One of y'all said I didn't care about that. You're reading cards. Decisions. This is 2 energy. Holding back, coming towards you, indecisive, procrastinating. It's two. Either it has something to do with a relationship. It always got something to do with a relationship. We talked about ships earlier, but your relationship could be with a thing or an idea. Your relationship could be with a persona, a way of behaving is what I mean by that. Like behavior is air signs. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, fired up. Ugh. That's how it feels. The energy, right? Decisions, fired up, and air signs, right? So this has to do with communication and expression. And there's what's the word? I want to say natural, but that don't feel right. Base. There's a very base level response that you can always go to, right? Very, very, moon sign energy, fired up. Um, when you think of a moon sign, your moon sign is kind of your before you put your face on, right? Like there's a way you act. You know how you wake up early in the morning and you ain't really had your coffee yet. This fired up energy is like before with the other cards, of course. Before I had my morning coffee, right? The reaction you get out of me before I had time to compose myself. You know what I'm saying? And get my shit together and then lay right down. You know what I'm saying? Then what I'm tapped into. Decisions. You got a decision. You have a choice to make about how you want to react and respond to something. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. First of all, your words, you got life and death in the power of your tongue. That's what this is. And like your base, I want to say inclination. Can we use that word? But it just feels like a base level reaction. It just makes me feel like you're so much more conscious than that, right? Air signs, decisions. When you think of Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, you think of intellectual. This is a very base, rudimentary response. And you have a choice to make, right? And it feels like easy. I can cut your ass out good. You see me read these motherfucking cards, I read the fuck out them bitches. Imagine how I watch you. You get what I'm saying? We was talking when I was talking about this deck. We was talking about language, and I said I just need to learn to speak the language of this deck, right? If I learn to speak this language here, and I can speak it kind of good, right? Imagine how I cuss a bitch out. You heard me? That shit base is rudimentary. It was taught to me before I realized I was learning shit. You heard it? This type of energy, and it just with this card right here, it just makes me feel like. You've worked hard to create your persona, right? You worked hard to decide. I don't have to be who you say I am. I can be more than that. I can be greater than that. I can go beyond that. And here's this entity that wants to say, no, this is all you are. They say this is all you is. You done made this shit up in your mind. You heard me. You think that you have faith for yourself. You think that you have love for yourself. You think that the love and respect that you have for yourself is not incumbent, is the word, upon what another person does. Because I feel like that is what you've worked hard to cultivate within yourself. Now here come the motherfucking demons. Say, let me get a reaction out of you. That's what this feels like. Everybody don't want to hear it, huh? Fire signs, fired up. You heard me? It's the external world feeling like, no, you have to be the role that we assigned you. You know what I mean? And creating all these conditions that feels like anybody will react a certain way, right? Anybody will react a certain way to certain kinds of stimuli. No, that's not true. Certain people, no matter what you do. I was watching Aretha Franklin. Girl, I was up at 4. Girl, don't ask me why I stayed up all night. Either way, I go watching an Aretha movie. It just came out, or it just came on Netflix. I'm watching an Aretha movie. She's very, a church girl. This church girl or preacher's kid energies out here. No, there are some people that no matter what situation and circumstance you put them in, there's some type of base and deplorable behavior they would never participate in. And I feel like you've decided, despite your past, or despite the capacity you have, whatever word you choose, right, to not go to that base and deplorable level anymore. But there is a lot of temptations out here. New boo, okay. New me, new you, new look. Fuck you, bitch. I'm acting brand new. You out here acting brand new and shit. And here comes something from your past. Look. It's very unbecoming. That's what this feels like. It feels like somebody out here will be like, that's not becoming of you, right? It's very unbecoming of you. That's what this feels like. Confused energies out here with the regrets. And then you find yourself confused about how you got into a certain position, into certain constraints, and regretting some of the choices that you made. But jealousy, somebody else's jealousy of you in this new mood. Can we say that? Like the way you want to talk, the way you want to walk, the way you want to dress, the way you want to compose yourself. It's a lot of people that's hating that. And they show making it easy. You say you want to be the new you. They show making it easy for you to go back to that shit that you used to do. But listen, they don't get to pick. What the first card was, they don't get to choose. You know? And when you make a certain choice, other options die off naturally. That's why they call it decision. Decide. Side, that suffix of the word side has to do with endings. You heard other things called side. Sewer, it has to do with homo, right? What's the other one? Like pesta. Okay, yeah, so that side suffix means I'm putting it into something. And so when you decide in your mind that you are going to embrace, fuck you, bitch, I'm acting brand new. Yeah, you, bitch, my shirt brand new. It too. Right? When you decide you finna make that newness a part of your persona, then all of that other shit gets sided. CIDE. Get it? And I'm grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else.
Where's the new phone at?
Did you buy Samsung gems on my phone?
No.
I got a message from my bank that said somebody bought $119 worth of Samsung gems on my phone.
I didn't do that.
Get out. And you too.
I didn't do that.
I didn't say you did.
Then who did it?
All I know is you can't have my phone.
Well, I didn't do it. I didn't buy nothing on your phone.
Somebody did, and nobody's taking responsibility for it. Aaron said he didn't do it either.
Well, Mom,
I know I ain't buy no damn Samsung gems. I don't even know what a fucking Samsung gem is.
It's just something.
So you know what it is. Get out.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Well, you must have been the one who tried to buy it.
Yeah, he did. How'd you get a message from that?
It's my phone. Everything is hooked up to my stuff.
What?
Get out. Close my door.
Oh my. Wow. That must have been
I'm gonna be putting up a GoFundMe in a little while, fucking around with these kids. Listen. I'm gonna be putting up a GoFundMe. Telling you. Then y'all don't eat children these days. My mama hit me. You know what I'm saying? She whooped my ass. I don't know what to do. My hands are tied. Strike your ass. In the throat. Make you think about life differently after that. You ain't never got hit in the throat. I know, I can tell you ain't never got hit in the throat. If you ever get hit in the throat, you think about life. In that split second, you say, yo, look, you can't breathe. Then when you get your breath, you say, wait a minute, that was quick. You heard me? You start calculating, that was fast. You heard me? Shit, got to be more careful. Got to be more careful, because you didn't realize it could happen to you that fast. You thought it was going to be, at least be a struggle. But you can't do that these days. CPS existence is a real threat. My hands are tired. Sit in the corner on your knees or something. I don't know. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out for the greatest good. What is the most important message? You see God for a few seconds and then you look at the whole world differently after that, because you realize how quickly it can happen to you, and then you kind of move through life with a little bit more caution after that, you know. I seen a wolf with sheep's clothing. Okay, but I just feel like if this was the wolf, I would try to fight back. I'm not saying that I would win if the wolf tried to bite me, but I'm just saying if this was the wolf, this looks like a little puppy or something. I'm just saying. Let's go. Angels, archangels, ancestors, thank you. Influencer wannabe. Yeah, I'm not nervous. Does that make sense? Like a wolf in sheep's clothing, okay. But I'm not nervous. I don't feel like it's something that you should feel frightened about or feel threatened about. I do feel like somebody is showing their teeth, like, or whatever it is like that. But I don't feel like it's actually something that like a chihuahua bite, like, you know what I mean. It's like, that's how it feels energetically. Let's get some more cards. Haunted, yeah. Somebody's in the past. Somebody's are delusional. You know what I mean, about who they are or the status that they have. I feel like a lot about in the past. This is the type of person who, in the prime of their life, like back in the 90s when I was this and that, and when my mom was this and that, they talk a lot about what used to be, and they're really disconnected from the truth about the present day. You know, it's the energetic equivalent of somebody whose hair is thinning and they refuse to like cut it off, right? It's like, sir, I know you want to remember the days when you had that long, thick, luxurious hair, but you are not 15 no more. You will look so good with a bald head. Accept it, appreciate it, love yourself. It's this type of energy. So there's somebody who wants you to, I think, feel intimidated. If they don't want you to feel intimidated, they want you to feel impressed by some shit that ain't, it's like what they see in their mind versus reality is not the truth. This is what I'm tapped into. Real master energies out here, right? Influencer, wannabe. These cards come up. They came up last week. But this person, it just feels like they think that about themselves, but nobody else does. It's like somebody who talk about the Coogee that they wore in 1995, or they talk about the dope that they sold in 1992. But if you ask them for a couple $100 today, they ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? It's this type of energy. So they want you to feel intimidated or impressed by what they're doing, but they status and they stature is what they used to be. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Right. And I really feel like you never told nobody you was no fucking sheep. What, baby? How can I help you?
Can you check if the seaweed chips are here?
Close my door. Tech wizard energy is out here with screenshot. Like I said, it's somebody who's delusional. It's like this either it's what they used to do, like it's a lot about who I used to be, or like they still see their present day life as what it used to be, or they still want some type of, this is somebody who still wants credit for what they used to do. They still want respect or fear or something like that from what for what they used to do, and nobody's intimidated by it. It's Unc, right? Unc used to be a gangster back in the day. Unc used to run them hoes. Unc used to have them pounds. Unc used to have that dope, right? Unc ain't doing that no more. Now Unc run the grill, work down there at the partners over there on Sherwood. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing, but they still had that same demeanor or, you know, way of carrying themselves like how they used to do. It's not. They still live in this delusion. Love triangle energy is out here. I don't like it. But I don't feel like it's something that you should feel afraid of. A love triangle, I feel like this is something that should be easy for you to disconnect from, right? Oh, a love triangle with a wolf in sheep's clothing, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Hunted though. And it's only if you believing the delusions about what somebody used to do, or believing the delusions about what somebody is promising you to do in the future, right? Future promises or still living in the past. Either way, it's something that if you in the present, if you in reality, it'll be easy to let go. I feel like you already overwhelmed. You don't have time for somebody who pretending to be some shit that like, or either they pretending to be something that they used to be yesterday, or they want to be tomorrow. And I feel like you need it right now. You ain't got time for no yesterday or tomorrow, bitch. Now. There is only now. This is what I'm tapped into. Too busy winning energies out here that's heavy on somebody in delusion, that's trying to put you in a love triangle, like make you feel like you should be desperate for some shit that's last week or next year. Right? They tell, oh yeah, you gonna regret. Okay, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Or I know you missed when baby, that was yesterday. What about right now? This person is talking a lot about yesterday or tomorrow, and they ain't got shit to do today. Baby, you could watch the baby today. Baby, you could help me pick up these papers on this table today. Organize the bookshelf today. It's shit you could be doing right now while you talking about yesterday or tomorrow. This is what I'm tapped into. Photo proof evidence. Getting photo proof evidence. I don't trust damn picture anyway. Mom used to always say, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Anyway, and now with this AI shit, I'm definitely ain't listening to no motherfucking shit. You know? Motherfucker put a picture. I can take your picture and put your picture and somebody else's picture together and make it look like it was always that picture. No. Nobody trying to make it seem like something. They're trying to dress it up real nice. You know, talk about it real nice. Talk about the future or the past, but this show me. You know, from Missouri, the show me state. Show me. Don't tell me about it. Don't describe it. Show me. Elements. They're trying to get my phone. Nope, I'm about 12 angel number. I'm about to motherfucking lay around there and I don't need this phone. Don't nobody call me. I need this phone. I don't even need this phone. Don't nobody call me. Try to be good to them damn children. They lay around there and want to buy stupid ass shit. And I lay around there and then I say, who bought the stars? The Samsung gems. Pilot talking about, I ain't buy no Samsung gems. And I say, I don't even know what Samsung gem is, Aaron. I do. How the fuck you know what it is if you wasn't trying to buy none? How you got a notification about that? What the hell? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path ahead for the greatest good. August. I mean. Something must be significant in August or whatever it is like that. But Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I was thinking I could see the 8 of Wands when I was looking through the deck too, and it was an 8-8 angel number, and 8 is, you know, August, whatever. August might be significant. Aaron, what?
Chili chips.
What?
Chili chips.
I cannot do it right now. I'm obviously on live, so you could just wait, bro. And you know what else I want? Locks. No more locked doors. I want locked doors. Lock the fucking door. Lock that bitch. I want locked doors. I don't want it. Shit, lock that shit. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, and we should see us walk the highest path aim for the greatest good. 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. We doing Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Thank you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the most important message? 2 of Pentacles. A lot about choices today. Choose wisely. Present, like. Choices have to do with, like, sometimes you make choices about, like, based on your past. And that could lead to, like, depression. Sometimes you make choices based on your future and that can lead to anxiety. But if you're present today and you say, what's the next best thing? And you just keep doing the next best thing. Oh, my God, the progress you'll make. So you have a choice to make. We talked earlier about decisions. We talked about how when you decide certain things completely end, you close yourself off, right? You go down a certain fork in the road and a certain future almost, right? Like they're showing me when you make a choice, they're showing me how there's like particle theory, quantum particle theories, and there are all of these possibilities, right, that could happen. But when you make a choice certain possibilities shut down. Two of Pentacles energies out here. So just do the next right thing. The Sun card energies are with the Nine of Pentacles. I think you're too far in a certain direction and it's affecting your ability to be present and make a practical decision. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's what this feels like. You're juggling, but if you're juggling and you're juggling yesterday or you're juggling next week, then you're never going to be able to find balance right now today. I feel like there's a financial decision that you need to make. But it makes this card, these beautiful benefic cards being in reverse, makes me feel like you're not seeing something, right? Like you're anxious. It's what it feels like, but you could be depressed. Like you could be too far in the past, but this feels like anxious. Like you're not looking at what's happening. You're not looking or accounting for it today. You might fear something that happened in the past, never broke again, right? You might fear that and say, okay, no, let me hurry up, or feel like hustle, grind, this type of energy when that's not a really practical decision. Your spirit team might be saying, you need to take 3 to 4 days away from what you do, which is your hustle. Like this is, to me, reminds me of flipping pizza, right? You could take 3 or 4 days away from that and write a book so you can show other people how to flip pizza, and then that flipping pizza book makes you like it takes some of the burden off, right? Like so where you were just one person spinning dough all day, now you spinning dough and you have a book that's spinning dough, and that multiplies your income, right? It feels like that, but it makes me feel like you like, nah, I can't stop this hustle. I can't stop this hustle. I can't stop this hustle. If I stop this hustle, everything gonna crumble. Everything gonna fall. But it's not forever. It's not like a side CIDE. It's not. It's just a temporary pause in something so that you can create other avenues. That's what this feels like. The Moon card energy, the Sun and the Moon card showing up from the same after tarot. So it's like the Sun card, revelations and realizations, and like the recipe to your sauce has been given to you. You have the recipe. The Moon card is your own personal fears and projections, creating impediments in the path that you got moved forward. So now we're juggling. Right? And instead of making choices and then completely eliminating certain possibilities from the path. That's what this feels like. Judgment, which is a 2, which is a 20, right? A 2, and they're talking about like aside, like fill in the blank aside, pesticide, herbicide, right? What options, what paths, what opportunities are you willing to knowingly say, I'm cutting off that opportunity. I'm not going in that direction. That's not something that I'm going to do. And then moving forward with your next most powerful thing. I feel like another 2 is out here on this board. 2 of Pentacles, Judgment, High Priestess. I feel like the biggest impediment that you're facing is like, I feel like you're trying to like gain. There's some type of gain, but I feel like your spirit team is saying, if you really want to gain in the way that you need to gain, it's like if you exercising, right? A massive part of like if you're trying to gain weight, gain in muscle or whatever it is like that is having rest day, right? Like you exercise, you do your repetitions, right? And then you have to have a rest day. And it's in that rest day that your muscles actually do the most growth. And this is what I'm tapped into. Whatever this 2 energy is, whatever this aside, this rest day is, your spirit team is saying is necessary. But I feel like there's fear around the choice that you need to make because I don't want to go back to being broke. I don't want to go back to not having. Is this type of energy anxious or depression? 3 of Cups with the 7 of Swords, right? It could also be environmental stimuli. A lot of y'all have people around you that's like jealous, people around you that's jealous, people around you that's counting your wins more than you count them. That's what this is. And then every time you win again and you still seem unsure and unsteady and they think that they haven't won once, they want to create more conditions that make it easy for you to keep losing. 5 of Cups energy is out here. 3 of Cups. In the 5 of Cups, there's 3 of Cups spilled over. 2 of Cups. So a lot of the indecision around this aside that you have to make is happening because of environmental stimuli that cause you to question yourself. And that environmental stimuli is really God already told your ass you need to cut somebody ass off. And here you is lollygagging and then wondering why there's a fucking blockage in your finances or blockage in your stability and blockage in your security or some other shit. Two angel number. Been there, done that, got a fucking hat. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, let me know how they resonate for you. And we'll do Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I've been there, done that, got a head. Not another 2 of Pentacles. Been there, done that, got a hat. Hey! My guy got a hat. See you later. Y'all having a journey. Come back to see me. Been there, done that, fucking got a fucking hat. I think that a lot of the resolution has to be made when you think. I think a lot of it's easy for you to make a decision about people that's not good for you and really cut them off severely when you realize they don't see what you're doing as showing them grace. They don't see it as you giving them the opportunity to grow. When people think that you are in your own world or too stupid to see that they are like they think you're too stupid to see. Meanwhile, you hoping that they want to change and grow. And I feel like it's easy for you to leave La La Land when you realize that if the people wanted to grow, you wouldn't have to force them. It is so easy for you to leave La La Land when you realize if the people wanted to grow, you wouldn't have to force them. Remember on Pirates of the Caribbean when she gave him that dirt, and he was like, this is just a jar of dirt, and she was like, you don't want to give it back. And he was like, no, I'm going to keep it. Shit, it's this type of energy. If somebody want it, if they see the value in it, if they recognize what they can do with it, they gon' have that. You're gonna have to force it on them. You understand what I'm saying? But somebody who really sometimes get the attention that they get, they don't want to lose that attention. Sometimes they don't want to lose the attention. They don't want to lose access to somebody so pure and so good, even though they know that they're not willing to do the work. No, and now you juggling. Now you self-conscious about the decision that you need to make for yourself moving forward. Now you want to move, or you want to do something financially, or you want to make a move, King of Pentacles. Look at it now. But you kind of concerned about the decision that you want to make and how it's going to affect somebody who's not even appreciating all the things that you're trying to show them. Man, cut that ass off. Cut that. That's all good. Capricorn towards terrified. A horror movie. The Jury. Stephen King needs to make a motherfucking horror movie. The Jury. Just when you think you're having a moment of peace. Them children. Don't you dare think you can lay down and sleep. Them children. You want to get you something to eat? Oh, better be on watch out for them children. Being released December 25th. You know how they put movies out on Christmas? That'll be a good horror movie. See, Tyler Perry, where you at? Them children. Terrifying. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Miss Q kept saying, "Colossal, bitch, I'm scared. You described it. I can see it in my mind. I don't want to go." Miss Q kept saying, I want to go see it. I'm scared. I don't want to see it. Blair Witch Project. Them children. Bruh. The other week, a couple weeks ago, I deleted on this phone that I usually let my children play with. I had to delete Google Play completely. I deleted Google Play because they was going on Google Play buying Robux. I kept deleting Robux, changing passwords. Bitch, I had to delete Google Play. I deleted Google Play. They found Samsung store. Now they on Samsung store trying to buy Samsung gems. You can't have my phone anymore. You cannot have my phone anymore. Angels, unstoppable. Unstoppable, Mama 222. Jason? Freddy Krueger? Who? You motherfuckers ain't shit. They the beginning scene, they ought to show Michael Myers taking off running. And behind Michael Myers, Jason need to be right there. Freddy Cougar coming in third. Then a whole town of people running behind them. And behind them cheering. Sure, you scared, huh? I know it. Breathe. You straight? This is just, we just pretending. Just pretend. So whose turn it is? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Mommy. This is how Aries say my name. Mama. Mama. Okay, Kevin. Okay, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. No, say the best for last, they said. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, the Wheel of Fortune. In reverse, the Death card, girl. Be careful of, like, announcing your wins, like, too soon. Sharing your good news. Four of Pentacles energy is out here with the King of Wands. I don't like this energy. King of Cups. Everybody not happy for you. Everybody's not happy to see the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. There are some people that would like to see this streak. Somebody's on the streak. Congratulations. You need to be, let it get, like when you buy this house, some of y'all about to buy a house, the Wheel of Fortune move, don't tell nobody. If you're going to go look, don't tell nobody. Even the people who you feel like, some of y'all got like jealous secret haters, like it's not that they even was always a hater. You just kept winning, and they feel like they haven't had one. You know what I mean? That's what this feels like. Wheel of Fortune, Death card. Try to bring it into this spiral of success. Four of Pentacles. You gotta let it be ingrained. You gotta let something be well rooted, right? Like if you don't know anything about like planting, propagation is what they said. It's like you gotta let that plant take to that soil. You know what I mean? If you move that plant too many times from this pot to that pot to this pot to that pot, the soil, the roots get exposed, overly exposed. Not an air plant. The roots get overly exposed, and it can affect the growth of the plant and even kill the plant. That's what it feels like. Your spirit team is like, let it get rooted, well rooted in something, and things become well rooted and comfortable in secrecy. You know what I mean? If you've ever had bought a pet, and they were new to you, right? They have to get used to you, right? You gotta give them some space, give them some opportunity to, kind of get used to you, and over time they get used to you. If you try to do it any other way, it could kind of go left. That's what this feels like. I don't know. It feels like Queen of Swords in reverse with the Page of Cups. Yeah, it feels like heavy on somebody. Listen to every word you say. It feel like people hanging on the edge of your listening to every word that you say so that they can look for a place where they can send their negative energy. That's what this feels like. Oh, okay. Oh, they just got a car. Okay. Oh, they just got a job. Oh, they about to move. Oh, okay. They planning on expanding their business. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what to do. Magic. Oh, it's this type of energy. So watch your mouth. This is a masculine energy too. This is a masculine energy. Tarot tends to be very neutral in regards to gender. So I'm not saying that it's a man, but bruh. Tarot tends to be very, I'm not saying it's a man, but bruh. Six of Pentacles energies out of the Wheel of Fortune. So be aware of the contracts that you're coming into. Seven of Swords once again. Because sometimes you come into agreement with the spirit and the entity that's attached to a person. And there's a person who doesn't really want to see you win. And every time you give them a little shot, buy them a little drink, buy them a little half a pint, every time you give them a little something for some gas, every time you demonstrate that you are winning and they not, it's an entity that you're coming into agreement with that does not want to see you win. And slowly but surely what it's doing is it's affecting this wheel that's turning in your favor. That's what I'm tapped into. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gifts. Seven of Swords keep coming out. And the crazy part about it, and the Queen of Swords is Eight of Swords. And the crazy thing, jail, the police card was the first card out. And the crazy thing about it is, These people don't think you can see them. I think that you can see them, and I also think that you could been seeing them. I feel like they think that you in your own world and you aloof and you delusional. No, I feel like you giving them grace. I feel like you teaching them something and you inspiring them to be better. If they wanted to be better, you wouldn't have to inspire them to do so. They would already be inspired by the challenges that they face in their life. You ain't need that. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. That was Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is going to be for Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Save the best for last, face ass. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the most important message? Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. Your time is a very precious resource, something that you don't easily get back. For every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you, and I hope I'm saying something that helps. If I am, leave me a like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who needs to hear this. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Let's see what we got. Insurance. 6 of Wands. Okay, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous, okay? 6 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. What you got going on, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, 8 of Wands, okay? Focus, hyper focus. 6 of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles. Remember, where your attention goes, things grow. And so if you can remain focused on the things that you want to manifest and materialize, I see a victory coming to you in your life. The Knight of Swords. It came out in the first reading. Watch your fucking mouth. It's like motherfuckers that want you to say something, to cut yourself off of something, to get you, self-eliminated or something like that. Watch your mouth. Choose your words wisely at this time. Sometimes the most powerful thing that you can do is say nothing at all. Tower card energies out the Knight of Swords. If there were to be Judgment card, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, if there were to be an impediment in your path, it would be your own fucking mouth. Huh? If there were to be an impediment in your path, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, it would be the words that you speak and the way that you describe your situation, or being easily distracted by a karmic individual and then allowing word vomit to take control of you. Watch your mouth. Don't even give conversation or attention to certain shit at this time, because what you thinking, what you saying is manifesting and materializing at a rapid rate. So, baby, you bring me some water? Thank you. For the motherfucking children. And at the end of the movie, when how do you defeat the children? You got to start giving them children tasks. Like you start making them do homework. Oh, you come over here. Oh, you about to clean up your room. Oh, you about to do this. You about to do this. Then they'll leave you alone.
Hey, Mama, are you hungry?
No, are you hungry?
I'm cooking some eggs. Using all 5 eggs. Yeah.
We can do some more eggs, Apollo.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you some even if you're not hungry.
Okay.
I'm going to give you...
I don't want no eggs because I'm about to make me something else to eat.
Why?
Because I cooked last night. Remember, we was up early this morning and I cooked some potato salad and some shrimp. So I could just make some green beans, and we could add that with what we had last night, and then have a whole meal, not just an egg.
Mom.
Get out.
Mama. Can I show the tarot thing?
No, get out.
Mama.
You finished cleaning up your room? Okay, so you want me to come out there and make you do some homework assignments, or...
Goodbye. Goodbye. You're never going to see me
again. 11, make a wish. It's a lot of wands, so it's going to take some discipline. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 9 wands. There are a lot of wands in your spread, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and so it's going to take a lot of discipline, meaning that you're going to want to cuss somebody out, at least over the next 24 hours. You're going to want to cuss somebody out. 5 of Cups energies out here. You're going to want to say, fuck this, fuck you and this job, whatever it is like that. and being able to control your tongue, being able to control your tongue. I don't even think you realize the opportunities, like who's watching you control your tongue, right? Because there are people who are watching you control your tongue and they're making judgments about the capacity that you mean that it means that you have in regards to resources and things like that. So I know you have the capacity to control your tongue, and I know you oftentimes make a decision to be like, fuck it, I don't care about none of that shit. The sitting night of wands. I'm sitting bottom of the day 8 cups. I listen, that's what it is. That's what this is. You can make a pimp decision. This is about making a pimp decision. 8 of Cups, 10 of Swords. If you decide that you want to say fuck it, then you're going to find yourself somewhere you don't want to be. Knight of Wands, 8 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Right? But if you can maintain some type of composure, then even though it takes a lot of discipline, you'll find yourself with opportunity. King of Cups, Ace of Swords, right? Everybody don't need to know the truth. Yeah, or not that everybody doesn't need to know the truth. Truth is a birthright. Truth is your birthright. But don't put. Why do you believe that they don't know what they're doing? King of Cups energy with Ace of Swords. Why do you think Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, they don't know what they're doing? Why do you think that they don't understand what they're doing? Or you understand that you should compromise everything that you've been working, putting energy and effort into creating because they don't know something. Death card energies out with the 5 of Swords. Stop making other people problem your responsibility. There's a 5-5 angel number on this board. It's going to take a lot of discipline. And either you're ready for this, because all of the wands, because the Knight of Wands came out after that, all of the wands don't land to 10 wands. Either you're ready for this, 10, the 5 of wands at the bottom of the 7 wands. Either you're ready for this and you're going to go forward, or you're not ready for this and you're going to find yourself in a time loop. I think that God knows what they're doing, and no matter what choice you make, you're right where you need to be. But there is this like opportunity for you to like open up portals, because it's like when somebody see you hold your tongue, you know, when somebody say you handle yourself correctly, they feel like, oh, you're ready for this business opportunity. They feel like you're ready for this presidential position. They feel like you're ready to be CEO, ready to boss up in some type of way. Oh, I can't handle you. I can't give you this responsibility, right? Otherwise, you're not ready, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's still learning. It's still life lessons and learning to do. So it's nothing wrong with that. It does feel like disappointing, if that makes sense. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's use this deck to close out for the Divine Collective until we do our nightcap. I hope I see y'all on our nightcap. Ace of Cups. I'm not surprised to see it. There's a lot about coming through the energy today that has to do with like ships that take you places and ships that are lemons, and knowing the difference. There's a message coming through about like a choice that you made to take off certain rose-colored glasses so you can see truth and be practical. And this is moving you toward alliances, right? So your self-love and self-respect is revealing a gift that's taking you toward not just acquaintanceship, but alliances. This is what I'm tapping into. 1111 make a wish. Twin flame energy is out here with justice. I do see this. I'm nervous about it, right? I was about to say that. I'm nervous about it. Expectation energy is out here, right? Ice King. The most powerful thing for you to recognize and realize is that the power of your mind is not a joke. That's it. Your brain, sometimes you're tapped into the ethers and you're able to, and because of the etheric core that you have with the world around you, you can sense a person's malefic intentions coming from a mile away. Other times, because of some of the shit that you've been through in the past, you can see that somebody is sincere and authentic, but be a little bit heart, like icebox where my heart used to be, right? Cold-hearted is what I want to say because of past instances, right? Your self-love is leading you to opportunities that will lead to alliances if you allow yourself, if you give yourself permission to. Earlier, we talked in this session where we said the biggest, like, I can't remember who that was. It might have been Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but it's like the biggest obstacle in your path is you. 6 of Wands energy. It's been showing up a lot. Boss ass energy. The biggest thing, like if anybody was going to stop you, Jezebel, if anybody was going to stop you, it was going to be you and your inability to control you. Nobody else, no, people know they can't necessarily tell you what to do. And also, people feel like you make good decisions and you are wise and you have capacity. It's those times when even you can't control your own mouth. It's those times when even you can't control your own actions that your spirit team is bringing your attention to. So let's get ready. Let's get ready for a wild week, okay? It's going to be you telling yourself no to certain behaviors, certain words. It's going to be you telling yourself no to certain treating yourself to certain foods, to certain things. That's what we looking at this week. It started at the end of last week, and here we go. Here we go. Saddle up. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I appreciate your time, your energy, your love, and support. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Check out the Linktree /TarotOnDex or the website www.TarotOnDex.com. And I hope I see you this evening for our nightcaps. Wholeness, infinite waters flowing through you. Take it easy.